So you did it. After all that work, you finally have your social security number. That is a huge milestone. But hold on, there's one last super important step you absolutely can't skip. Officially combining your old tax history with your new one. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why this is so critical and how you can get it done right. Okay, here's the game plan. First, we'll get clear on what these two numbers even are. Then, we're going to look at why having two separate records is a problem. After that, we'll walk through the exact steps you need to take to merge them, see what the IRS does on its end, and finally, we'll talk about how this one simple action really helps secure your financial future. All right, first things first. Let's get crystal clear on the two numbers at the center of all this. They both have 9 digits, they look kind of similar, but trust me, what they do and the power they hold are worlds apart. So, the ITIN. What is it, really? Well, the IRS created it back in 1996 for a very specific reason. To let folks who aren't eligible for a social security number still pay their taxes and follow US law. You can think of it like a key that only opens one door. And that door is filing your federal tax return. Now, the social security number, that's a whole different ballgame. It's so much more than just a tax number. It's your lifelong ID in the US. It's what you need for legal employment, for tracking all your earnings, and this is the big one, for figuring out your social security benefits way down the road. This chart really just lays it all out, doesn't it? The ITIN is strictly for taxes. It flat out does not give you permission to work. The SSN, though, that's the golden ticket. It unlocks legal work and all the benefits that come with it. The second you get that SSN, the whole game changes. So now you've got that SSN. You've officially leveled up, but this creates a kind of hidden problem. Your entire financial history in the US is now split between two different ID numbers. Think of it like a crack in your financial foundation, and the IRS needs your help to fix it. You see, the IRS system is built on one very basic rule. One person, one tax number. That's it. So the moment you are issued an SSN, that becomes your number for life. As far as the system is concerned, your old ITIN isn't just outdated, it's now a ghost in the machine that could cause some serious confusion. And I know what you might be thinking. Okay, cool. I'll just start using my new SSN on my tax forms from now on. Problem solved, right? Well, not so fast. Just switching numbers without officially telling the IRS is a recipe for some major and totally avoidable financial headaches. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The IRS spells this out very clearly. They're basically saying that if their computers can't connect the dots between the taxes you paid under your old ITIN and your new SSN, you might not get the credit you deserve. And that's not just a paperwork thing. It could literally mean a smaller tax refund for you. Okay, so what do you actually need to do? Thankfully, this isn't some big mystery. The IRS has a very clear official process to make sure your records get combined perfectly. It all boils down to two simple but totally non-negotiable steps. First, you have to change your habits immediately. The second you get your SSN, stop using your ITIN for good. Second, you have to actively tell the IRS what's going on by sending them a letter. Now, getting the details right in this letter is key. You're giving the IRS instructions, so be clear. You've got to include your full name, your current address, your old ITIN, and a copy of your new Social Security card. And hey, if you can dig up that original letter they sent when you first got your ITIN, a copy of that is a great thing to include too. And where does it go? This is super important. You can't just send it to any old IRS address. It has to go to this specific one in Austin, Texas. This is the department that handles these exact situations. Sending it anywhere else is just going to slow things way, way down. So you've mailed the letter. Now what? Let's pull back the curtain for a second and see what the IRS actually does on their end. to make your tax identity whole again. This is the magic right here. The IRS goes into their system and officially deactivates or voids your old ITIN. Then their computers do the heavy lifting. They take every bit of tax info, every return, every payment filed under that old ITIN and digitally staple it to your new permanent SSN. And the result is powerful. Instead of having two separate, kind of incomplete stories, you now have one single comprehensive tax history. It's a unified record that accurately shows your entire journey with the US tax system, all the way back to day one. Let's wrap this all up by focusing on the biggest question. Why does this little administrative task matter so much for your financial health in the long run? Taking the time to do this pays off big time. It makes sure you get proper credit for every single dollar you've earned and every tax you've paid. It puts your entire earnings history in one place, which, and this is huge, might even help you qualify for Social Security benefits later. And finally, it just creates a clean, complete financial record that looks so much better to banks and lenders. So here's the final takeaway. This isn't just about tidying up some old tax files. By taking this one simple step, you're building a solid foundation for your entire financial life in the US. A complete history under a single SSN is the bedrock for building credit, for applying for loans, for accessing all kinds of financial services. You've just laid a much stronger foundation. So the real question is, what are you going to build on it?